Alright, welcome back to Explain 3 for the last lesson. So here we're given a word problem with regards to speed in miles per hour of a car traveling when it goes into a skid, so that's when you have no control over the car. And they give us our new equation. S equals the square root of 30 times F times D, where F is the coefficient of friction and D is the length of the skid mark. Okay. In the word problem they give us here, they say that a driver claims that he was traveling at a speed of 55. So speed of 55. And a coefficient friction under the conditions was about 0.6 for friction. Okay, and we're just going to see what the length of the skid, and the length of the skid was actually 190. So just like in any car accident, people will say, I was driving this fast. But then the evidence kind of shows whether they're telling the truth or not. So the skid mark was actually 190. We're going to see if he's telling the truth or not. Okay? So just like it says here, we're going to substitute 55 in for S and 0.6 for the friction. We'll go ahead and calculate that out. 30 times 0.6. Go ahead and work that out right now. So if you work that out, that would be 18. Now what we're going to do is square both sides. So we're going to raise both sides to the power of 2. What that's going to do is it's going to get rid of our radical. So we're left with 18d. Go ahead and take some time right now and figure out what 55 squared would be on your calculator. And that should be about 3,025. Alright, so let's solve for d by doing the opposite of multiplying, which is to divide. So if we do that, we find that this would actually be a distance of 168. So this person's saying, oh yeah, the speed was 55, that's how much I was going. Well, based on the evidence, because you can see the skid marks, those dark marks that you see on the road, those little markings that you see on the road sometimes, based on those, you can kind of see that, well, if you're telling the truth, it should be 168. Is 168 the same as 190? No. So this person's not telling the truth. This person's lying. Alright, so let's continue on with the part B. So here they're giving us a diameter in inches of a rope. So here's my rope. And there's my diameter. Needed to lift a weight. So if I'm going to use this to lift something, I don't know what, but something, is given by d equals the square root of 15w divided by pi. How much weight can be lifted with a rope with a diameter of 1 inch? So here, instead of writing d for diameter, I'm going to write in 1. Next thing I'll do is I'll try and isolate the radical. So here I'm dividing by pi. What's the opposite of dividing? Multiplying, right? So that would be 1 pi, or just pi, rad 15w. So I'm going to square both sides. I'm going to square pi and square this side, and that's going to get rid of my radical. Go ahead and take some time right now and figure out what the square of pi would be, and that should be about 9.86. What's the opposite of multiplying by 15? Dividing by 15. So if I divided that out, go ahead and take some time to do that right now. That would be about 0.65. So a rope with a diameter of 1.0 can hold about 0.65 tons. Okay. All right, just like it says here, stop and do the problem in your packet for Explain 3. Congratulations, this is the last one for Explain 3. On the next one we are going to do, so this is the one that you're going to do in your packet. After that we'll talk about homework as well as a checkpoint for this last lesson.